I'm Tia Powell. I have been a medical school professor, I'm a psychiatrist, and I've done a lot of work in bioethics. If I had to search for one theme for my career, it might be, and it's a little embarrassing, that I'm kind of a natural contrarian. I started at Sidwell in 10th grade. I essentially broke out of my Catholic girls' school over significant resistance from my parents. Sidwell was so refreshingly a better fit for me. It gave me a real sense of freedom to try different things. They really took us seriously as scholars. I went to Harvard for college, then I went to Yale for medical school, and then I did my residency in psychiatry and a fellowship at Columbia. Ultimately, what I really was interested in and really did was bioethics. That was a way of looking beneath the sort of technical aspects of medicine. How do we help the person who is suffering and put together a solution that really works for everybody? We can't fix all suffering, but we shouldn't increase it. We lived in Japan for a while, and when I came back, I was the executive director of New York State's Bioethics Committee. That was the early 2000s, the beginning of concerns about pandemics. If we had a respiratory illness that was very infectious, we would run out of ventilators. I think at that time New York State was the first to publish some kind of guidelines. They were imperfect, but the point is to say this is an actual possibility. In 2019, I was head of the Montefiore Medical System in the Bronx, and that's affiliated with Albert Einstein College of Medicine. I, real time, was part of a medical institution that was hit incredibly hard by COVID and ended up talking both about policy and all kinds of issues. How do we find the least bad option and the way to protect our staff and to help as many patients as we can? It was just unbelievably stressful. When my mother was 85, she died, and she died with dementia. There had certainly been some writing about dementia in bioethics, but I didn't feel that it captured the things that had been troubling and challenging for me and for my family. So that really became the inspiration for my book. It's called Dementia Reimagined, Building a Life of Joy and Dignity from Beginning to End. I get still regularly very touching notes from people saying, this was very helpful to me. I retired a little bit more than a year ago. I hate that word though, retired. Part of the issue with stepping away from work is thinking about how do we age happily? What does it mean for me to still have meaning and purpose? I do think it's important that you are doing something that you think in some small way is an attempt to make the world better. And I think that's partly the legacy of Sidwell. It's also probably also my Catholic upbringing. And that's why I love bioethics. It's this sort of value piece of medicine. The piece about how can I help you, you're suffering. That part still needs to stay with us.